Hey everybody, today I'm gonna try to build out the API for this component that I'm working on. This is a convenience panel component that I am working on to replace the current code in Zulip that, in my opinion, isn't really designed in a composable way. It's not bad code, but it has like a lot of legacy things that I think could be fixed with a fresh approach. So that's what I've been doing, and right now, I have this variable that I just attached to the window namespace. And I do that not from the component itself, just from my testing code. But I can do like panel dot widgets dot all messages dot li, and you can see right there that it's showing the li. So let me do like style dot background equals, let's do yellow. And voila. So now it's yellow. So I'm trying to build up an API for kind of three different use cases. The most important API, obviously, is the API that the app itself will use. And for that, you want a pretty narrow API. You want to actually kind of constrain what the outer code can do, and kind of have like a very sort of disciplined way of interacting with the component from the rest of the application. But there are some other use cases, like if you want to write a puppeteer test. Let's say that I want to see like what the height is. Let me see if that works. I think I have to do like get computed style or something. I thought there was an API to get the computed style. Um, well, it's not really important. The important thing is that like if a puppeteer test has a very easy API to traverse the components without having to get into the nitty gritty of DOM details, then you can write more effective puppeteer tests to verify that like certain styling things are correct. I mean, let's try this. I'm gonna go into all message, go into the widgets, go into the unread count, and go into the element, go into the inner text, and it's 10. So you could write a puppeteer test that did something from outside the component to cause the number of unread counts to be 10, and then interact with the component so that the component theoretically updates the value of this to 10. And then your puppeteer test would just be like an assertion that panel.widgets.allmessages.widgets.unreadCount.elem.innerText equals 10. You can see here that you don't have to deal with any like arbitrary like HTML IDs or HTML class names. It's just like a typical developer API that's JavaScript friendly. Okay, and then the other use case is that people might want to create their own modifications to the Zulip interface, particularly when it comes to colors. Like everybody's a little bit finicky about colors. Like I know a lot of people use night mode. This is sort of a hacky way that you can put Zulip in night mode. I totally understand the attraction of this. I think this is like these are really nice colors, but I don't like them. Like I shouldn't say I don't like them. I prefer for my eyes to be in day mode. So everybody's gonna have different color preferences, and you can write these scripts called tamper monkey scripts, or well, just there's a more generic name for it. Tamper monkey is a product where you can like basically it's a Firefox plugin where when a page loads in your browser, it will automatically execute some JavaScript code. And if Zulip attaches, panel to some namespace that Tamper Monkey can access, then the Tamper Monkey script could do things like, let's say that I'm a really big fan of pink. Then I can write a script that makes certain elements of the page be pink, and that would be nice. It would just be a better user experience. It would reflect, you know, that everybody has their own kind of preferences for things. So that's a lot of background. You can see that I've already implemented this to a degree for all messages. And I think since I've already kind of been blabbering, I'm going to try to make the same thing work for recent conversations. So I'm going to go to my editor. And I'm going to open all messages component. And you'll notice that I have this widgets thing here. Whereas if I go to the recent conversations component, I do not have such a thing. In the recent conversations, I basically just want to add in the main link because there are no unread counts for recent conversations and there is no v.menu. So this should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to copy that. Like I said, no unread count, no v.icon. I'm going to return the widgets when I fully build this thing. And I need to create the widgets. And my main link widget should just be recent.mainLink, if I remember right. And I'm basing this off of code that I've already written before. So I think it could be that simple. Let me try. So here I'm running the I'm running the TypeScript compiler. And then if that had succeeded, I would have started my Python web server, but I don't have widgets. And I don't have mainlink widget. So I have to include those. So let's see, in panel helpers, I need to get the main link widget from panel helpers. I already forgot what the other thing is. Oh, the widgets itself. It says, oh, widgets is declared but never used. Oh, I know why that is. So my recent conversations widget is gonna have an element called widgets of this type called widgets. Okay, and the TypeScript compiler found no problems with that code. It transpiled it to JSON, and then because of the way I wrote the command, it then fired up a web server. And if I reload the page, I think the pink will go away. Indeed, it does. And the way I test this is I go panel, widgets, recent conversations, main link. Oh, I'm sorry, widgets. Main link. Element. You can see already that the API is allowing me to access the main link part of the recent conversations element. And I can do inner text. And it says recent conversations. If I translate things to French, That says conversation récente. So that's it. That's this video was not much coding and just kind of more background on why I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do. But I do want to do the diff. You see, it's a pretty small diff. And then I want to just push it up to GitHub. And we're done. Thank you for listening. Bye.